like I told y'all, Georgia Tech will upset Clemson, and they did just that. I tried to tell y'all, man. They ain't want to listen to me. Saturday No Sports. I told y'all, Tech will win this game. Now, look, you take the win, man. I'm giving my game ball to Omar Daniels, man. That dude was a stud today. 7 tackles. He had an interception and a forced fumble. Dude was all over the field. And quiet as it kept, the defense really gets the game ball because they won this game, right? And what they did while the team struggled, they continued to put them in the right positions, forcing 3-and-outs, right? Creating negative plays. Yes, Clemson ran it well against the run, but overall, this defense did a really great job today. Clemson rushed for 207 yards. Adam Randall did his thing with 80 yards rushing. He had about 5.3 yards per carry, but they shut down, for the most part, Cade Klubnik, who they ran a lot today. He only had 64 yards on 17 carries, which is about a 3.6 average. So they did a really good job of containing him. But what I love is that this defense all season long has been put in inopportune situations. Go look at the Colorado game, 3 turnovers in 3 consecutive possessions. They only give up 7 points. Last week with Aaron Follow as the quarterback, 2 turnovers in consecutive possessions. They don't really give up much of anything. Then today, no turnovers, but the offense did struggle a lot today. And they still continue to answer the bell and set up Georgia Tech in some good opportunities and situations. Now, if the offense was fully clicking, I think this game would have been a blowout. You know what I'm saying? I do. Because the defense has been doing their thing. First half, they practically forced a shutout before they went down the field and marched and got the score. But they did a really great job. And Daniels getting that clutch interception when Clemson marched all the way down the field to try to take the lead, that helped them out a lot. It was bad because Georgia Tech had to go 3-and-out. But the defense has been setting up this team all year long, and it looks really good under defensive coordinator Blake Gideon. The yardage probably won't show that, but when you look at the red zone and different things they're doing, it looks fantastic. Now, look, I don't want to throw any salt on anybody or anything like that. I want to give, obviously, Omar Daniels gets my game ball. Isaiah Kenyon, I think, is emerging, and he could be another potential weapon for them. Now, if you've been around the team, fall camp and everything, you know what he's been able to do. But this kid looks electric. 5 catches, 56 yards today. It really did his thing on the outside, getting important first downs on 3rd and 9s and things like that, and continue to move up. I really liked his play today. I thought he did a stellar job, and he's going to be a problem on the outside, especially as he gets bigger, faster, stronger. Good luck trying to slow that kid down, man. I mean, he has that moxie. He has that it factor to him. Also, Eric Rivers, your big play guy, 3 catches, 72 yards. He also had a long catch of over 40-plus yards, the only long ball we really seen all day today. He did his thing, I thought, and was really another weapon for this team. So those are some of the positives. Those are some guys I wanted to shout out defensively. Like I said, Omar Daniels, Clayton Powell-Lee with over 11 tackles. E.J. Likely had 10. They did a really outstanding job, in this one. I thought they did really good tackling in open space. Jai Gilmore is another one that had a pretty stellar game as well. Now, let's get to the negative before we talk about Clemson. Now, negative with Georgia Tech is you can't run Haynes King 25 times. They ran him 25 times for 118 yards. They're going to get that man killed. And again, I'm not coming for Buster Farner because I know he's one of the best coordinators in the sport. I'm not coming for Brent Key, who's emerging as one of the best coaches in the sport. I'm not coming for them. But at the same time, he's not going to last through the season running the ball that much. They did the same thing against Colorado. He ran the ball 19 times for 156 yards and 3 touchdowns. They have to find another way. Haynes only had 12 carries. Again, he wasn't the most efficient with only 33 yards. But, again, you got to get those guys more touches. Same thing with, obviously, Malachi Holmes. 3 touches today for 13 yards. He has to touch the ball more. So that's the thing I want to see this offense evolve, using their running backs more. I think they lean entirely too much on Haynes King. And if they want to, do what they want to accomplish this season, you need King as your quarterback. You need better plays down the field. You need more vertical passing. It can't just be the Haynes King show. Look, he's more than capable of doing it, y'all, but he's not going to survive taking that many touches every single game. You know what I'm saying? Has to be a change there. So that's my personal opinion. That's my thoughts. Again, I ain't trying to come for nobody. I just feel like they can evolve a dynamic duo because I think those guys can ball. Last week against Gardner-Webb, again, I know that's, not what they played today. They played an NFL defensive front, but those guys ran for over nearly 200 yards and 4 touchdowns. You got to get a way to get those guys the ball. You know what I'm saying? So those are one of the things that are a little bit concerning as well. They did allow a big play to Brian Wesco, who had 73-yard touchdown score. But for the most part, I thought first half, Georgia Tech was bringing it to Clemson. They were physical. It was hitting at the point of attack. They was wrapping up with great perimeter tackling. I thought they did everything they were supposed to do, and needed to do in this one. But that is my one kind of knock, just finding an ability not to lean so heavily on King in that situation. Now, look, if it's the final possession of the game, you want to lean on him, cool. But I think it's too much on his body, man. just consistently 25 yards. That's running back carries. He doubled up Jamal Haynes. Haynes had 12. He had 25. I just don't think that's a recipe for success. I also want to shout out the offensive line on a positive note for Georgia Tech. They thought he did a good job against a really good front. Okay, they ran the ball 41 times for 211 yards, but I thought he did a really good job. Again, against an NFL defensive front, making holes, trying to open up gaps and lanes. They'll get better, but I thought he did a good job of that, and also protecting Haynes King. You had Tanner go out with an injury. I thought they stepped up big the offensive line, so they get another one of my game balls for how they played today. I thought they gave him time to throw and survey the field and figure out where he was going to go with the football. So I do want to credit the offensive line as well for Georgia Tech. I thought they had a great game today. Now, in terms of Clemson, everybody's gonna overreact to this game. Like this, is Clemson stuck in the past after another loss? Questions around Dabo's refusal to fully evolve in college football's new era, allowing Clemson is fine. Clemson played a good game. That defense was swarming to the ball. You know what I'm saying? Georgia Tech, like at one point they had literally 8 plays, 10 yards, 3 consecutive drives. So that team on the and then you go watch and you break down and you study the tape and you watch the game. That team perimeter tackling is top tier. Like Clemson got a different speed to them. You know what I'm saying? Like they kept trying to go lateral with them, and Clemson was shutting that ish down. You know what I'm saying? So you need your quarterback to play better. That's where it starts. It has nothing to do with transfer portal and guys like that. These guys stepped up. Adam Randall, who's a converted back, had a pretty good game today.
Brian Wesco balled. Brian Wesco had 7 catches for 126 yards and a tug. He balled today. You know what I'm saying? But think about it, too, y'all. You had injuries, right? Injuries is a part of the game. You didn't have Antonio Williams. You didn't have your left tackle. You didn't have Khalil Barnes, right? All that stuff plays a factor in this game. You know what I'm saying? So I think to go and say that Dabo's stuck in the past because of 2 early losses, look who they played. You played a really good LSU team who's number 3 in the country, and you played an emerging and I think probably an ACC contender in Georgia Tech. It's not the end of the world. The sky ain't falling. Clemson will be okay. They haven't looked the best early on in the season, but they got things they got to figure out. But Clemson's going to come on, man. Have we seen this roster? Are we really going to act like Dabo can't figure this out? I mean, this is Dabo we talking about. 17 years, 9 conference championships? 2 national championships? What are we talking about? No, they ain't stuck in the past. Like, Clemson's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? So this game, all it is just going to highlight other issues they got, and they're going to come back from it and be better for it. Now, this team that you got today with Clemson, I think they're going to be far better at the end of the season. And I still got them making the college football playoff. I think the difference this year is you're going to see more teams from the ACC make the college football playoff. I got at least 3. I think it's going to be Clemson. I think it's going to be Georgia Tech. And I think it's going to be Miami. We'll see about Florida State. We'll see. I'm not going to say Florida just yet. We'll see if Florida State's fully back. Pause for concern there. But those are my 3 teams from the ACC that make it this year. That's going to be the key difference. But Clemson's going to be fine, bro. This wasn't like it was a butt whipping. It was 24-21, right? They went down. They scored. Obviously, great run-in by Adam Randall to score the touchdown. Cade Klubnik, like I said, he just has to play better. Take care of the football. Don't fumble. You know what I'm saying? Making better reads. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. The running game I thought was pretty decent today. They hit their receivers. They just missing their full quartet of weapons. I think when they get that, they'll be all right. Defensively, I thought they managed the game well. As I just said, 8 plays, 10 yards. Georgia Tech didn't start getting going towards the end of the game. So I think Clemson is just fine. Like, y'all overreacting. Like, them boys going to be all right. 2 losses. They can get in as 10-2. They got a schedule where they can go and they can make it. You know what I'm saying? So them boys will be all right. We'll see if they get to the ACC championship game and stuff like that. They just got to get more quality wins going forward. They'll be all right. So, yeah, man, that's my honest reaction, man. Instant reaction to Georgia Tech versus Clemson. I'm so mad because I kept trying to send off a tweet for freaking 25, 30 minutes as they upset them and couldn't even get it off. But there's going to be a lot of reaction to this. Everybody over the internet is going to be talking about Georgia Tech. So, y'all going to get my reaction. I'm going to have a post-game show tonight at 11:30 going through everything college football, man. So, y'all stay tuned, man. This is so much fun. I love covering this sport. And it's one of the best, in the world, I think. I love college football, man. It's top tier. So y'all stay tuned for that. Hope y'all enjoyed this reaction. And holler at me with any questions I got, comments, or concerns, man. But that's how I react to it. Again, I give Georgia Tech a B+ in this one. Couple things they got to clean up. Don't lean on your quarterback so heavily in terms of running the ball. Use his arm as well. That's my only really critique for Georgia Tech. I think the defense is carrying the mode right now. And the reason they are 3-0, first time since 2016, that defense is something serious. They obviously let up a lot of yardage, but every time you need a stop or you need a play, defense is coming up. Guys like Andre Fuller is coming in and playing early, right? Braden Manley's been doing his thing. Omar Daniels, the veterans. Georgia Tech has everything they need in order to make a run this year. So that's my instant reaction, man. Y'all comment down below your thoughts.